of the Artist Spotlight Show being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio, also Biker Bay Barber and Company, and Blue Shamrock Music. It's your friend Russell K. And that our Karen is with us, and we have another special guest here. We're live at Merle Fest 2026, and we're going to have interviews throughout the day. And our street reporter, Karen, actually tracked down another artist. So let's turn over to her to introduce the artist and begin our interview.
So, hey, Russell, today we have Aaron Suits with us, and he is front man. I think you're going to be playing with Gary and them's band.
No, I won't.
All right, well, we're just going to let him tell you.
Sure. No, I know Gary very well, and that's a great group of guys. I'm excited to see them live for the first time. My name's Aaron Suits, like she said, and I'm actually originally from Wilkesboro, North Carolina. So it's always fun to come back to a place that I grew up and to a festival that I grew up going to. I play with a group called the Local Boys. We're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We perform here at the festival. We also run and host the Plaza stage here at the festival, which facilitates the open mic on Fridays, which is today. And then tomorrow we'll handle the band competition, and we're judges for that. So it's kind of a neat weekend. And then of course on Sunday we'll perform on the Hillside stage Sunday afternoon at 12:15. It's kind of been our routine here the last few years. It's really exciting. I'm now 42, be 43 soon. I've been playing music since I was 13. As said before, I'm the front man for the Local Boys and excited to be here. Just love the festival atmosphere and excited for the opportunity to share a little bit about myself.
Is this your first festival?
This is my 22nd consecutive as an artist.
Oh, that's so awesome. So
Wow.
do you play any instruments?
I do. I play guitar.
Play guitar. Okay, so you're front and guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. So when you look at when you were younger growing up, about what artist would you kind of like say was your favorite person that you kind of see yourself after?
Sure. You always emulate people just because that's who you study and that's who you grow up listening to and paying attention to. So Tony Rice, obviously, being a flat pick guitarist, is an idol of mine. Really look up to him. But there's a lot of guys. In fact, just before I come over here, it's a pleasure of mine to know and be around Jack Lawrence quite a bit. And so I just happened to see him out in the open area and was able to speak to him for a minute. He also lives in Charlotte, so we're around each other a little bit. But David Greer, I mean, there's a world of guys that you just look up to. Brian Sutton, I mean, even Billy Strings, who's younger than me, but his rise and all that he went through, his history and what a great artist he is. So we all kind of share, we all contribute something. And I like to hope or think that, at some point or another, what I've created or what I do is something that somebody else will maybe emulate or at least take something from.
Absolutely. Well, what is your next big festival that you're going to?
Next big festival, well, we've still got the rest of this weekend. Let's see. We're traveling we'll be going down to Blue Ridge, Georgia here shortly. We've got some things in Atlanta. We've got some things here in the state. Louisville, I believe we've got a concert series in Louisville later this year. And it's hard for me to think without actually seeing the calendar. I think we've got something in Salisbury this year. I'm not sure. I believe that's a 250th national anniversary concert series. So got some pretty cool stuff coming up. Got some other festivals that we're working on. And, these types of things, especially these big outfits like Merle Fest, you book those way out.
Oh, yeah.
We'll start working on next year's Merle Fest here in about a month or so.
Mm-hmm.
So you get formal offers and contracts and all that type of thing. So you're always digging, you're always hunting. Bristol Rhythm and Roots is coming up. Hopeful for that. And there's several other things there. Again, it's hard to think off the top of my head without looking at the calendar of exactly what we have coming up.
Well, we have a big festival coming up possibly in Lake Tillery, and it's going to be kind of like a Woodstock kind of thing, but we're going to be doing rock and
we're available.
So I am going to call you, and we're going to bring you in for sure.
That would be awesome.
I'd love to add you guys to that list.
That would be great. Yeah. please.
So, what would you like to ask him, Russell?
Yeah, I mean, nothing like a live booking on the air here, huh?
Absolutely. We'll take those in time.
Well, yeah, definitely. It was so nice to meet you. Talk to me about your musical journey. How did you begin, and where are you going up to this point? Where are you guys going?
Sure. So, when I first started playing music, 13 years old, I really, really wanted to play the mandolin. I mean, I just loved that little tinkly instrument. I just thought, that's what I want to do. And so my dad said, well, listen, you learn to play guitar, just learn a few chords. You don't have to, be some great player. Just learn your way around a guitar a little bit, and I will buy you a mandolin, whatever you want. I will get, something good. And I started playing guitar. I kind of hemmed and hawed around a little bit. That's not, what I wanted to do, but I kind of understood it. When I was about 15, I got real serious about it. And I really started getting into it. And I have a mandolin, but I've never looked back from the guitar. So as far as our musical journey, when I was about 21, I was asked to join this group, the Local Boys. I was the youngest member of the band. 22 years later, I'm now the oldest member of the band.
Wow, that's impressive.
So we kept it going. It's evolved over the course of time. I mean, out there on YouTube and some other platforms, you can see some of the old versions of the band and how it's evolved. If you kind of look at the dates and times of those particular performances, a lot younger outfit overall now than before. And the style has changed a little bit, but we're all old school bluegrassers. We all cut our teeth on the old flattened Scruggs, Jimmy Martin, that Ralph Stanley kind of style music. And so that's definitely comes through in our style as a group.
What does your I'm assuming you guys do your original music by yourselves, correct?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Okay. So my next question would be, since that is accurate, what does your songwriting look like? Is it based on experiences, or I know there's some artists where they have these computers with all these words, and then they kind of like put the words to the melody of the music. What does your songwriting look like?
So our songwriting kind of comes from two different angles. So our most recently released album named Stories kind of reflects both versions. So some of our songwriting is about real life things, maybe a real life experience of a band member or somebody they know. And then the other side is kind of just, a character is created in your mind, and there's a story about this character. Maybe he's a moonshiner. We have one song named Dopehead on a Moped. Okay. So, and it's just, so that's, we thought it was appropriate to name the album Stories, because that's what they are, whether they're fictional or not, that it was appropriate. So we've got another song that we're really excited about named Fishin'. And it basically talks about a guy who's down on his luck and just, kind of down and out. And he's like, I should have gone fishing instead of the bar. I should have gone fishing instead of work, because, everywhere he goes, it's just, he's met with great resistance. And so it's, we encourage you to go out there. It's on all platforms out there. We have a video up on YouTube. It's on Spotify and Apple Music. And, we'd appreciate a like and a listen.
Absolutely.
Well, turn back over to Karen.
Okay, well, I was actually thinking he was talking about songwriting or whatever, and I know he was talking about true life stories and some fiction or whatever. So have you ever just like rode down the road and like see something and like that makes a good song, and then just start writing it in your head, and then you like got to get it put somewhere, so you just find yourself making it out on your phone, and then you get somewhere and then you start writing and then you get the music to it?
Absolutely. So that creative process can happen anywhere at any time. There is no rhyme or reason for
3
it.
o'clock in the morning.
It happens, and that's why we use notes on our phones. Everybody has their phone on their nightstand, and I could show you line after line after line that's just popped into my head. I'll wake up, I'll think about it, and I've got to write it down, because I'm going to tell you right now, you think, oh, I'll remember that. You won't. You will not. And then the next morning, you're going to be mad as hell at yourself because you didn't write it down and because you know better.
Absolutely. I can remember not even sleeping for a solid week because every night at 3 in the morning, a song would come in my head. I'm
Right.
like, I just wish I would not get a song in my head for one night just so I get one night of sleep. But they kept rolling until I got an album. So I get it. For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself writing in AB form, which is the like the poetry where the end of the first sentence and then the last word matches the AB form poetry?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I have a song right now that is complete as far as the songwriting goes, and I have no music to it, and I have no idea where that I want to go with it. Sometimes it's just that way. It's not really like a writer's block or something like that. It's just that you haven't found the right combination to make that fit. And, even to the point, I wouldn't mind to reword it a little bit if I had to make it work. But I just have not come across a melody that I feel like would be a great match for that. So there again, the creative process comes in many forms of the way. Sometimes you have a chord progression that you put words to. Sometimes you have an idea from something you see, or could even be a sound or a smell or anything like that just triggers a thought, or could be you and your buddies joking around and somebody
That'd make a good song.
comes up with something. Yeah, we were outside earlier by the RV, and somebody said, "Oh, look at that! There's 3 dead trees." And then another guy was like, "Man, that's a great band name." I was like, "Write it down."
Actually,
write it down.
Oh, wait, hang on a second here. Are you saying were these trees alive or dead?
No, they were dead. There were 3 dead trees.
Can you imagine maybe a heavy metal band? 3 dead trees.
Right, exactly. It was nothing more than an observation that turned into a creative thought. So it can happen in many forms of the way.
Absolutely.
That was the first on the Artist Spotlight show. I mean, that was the first. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you, Russell. You're welcome.
Absolutely. I'm glad that we could get you out here and do a little interview with you. And thanks for tell us your band name again.
The Local Boys.
The Local Boys.
We're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're out there on all major platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Full-length album, all original stories is out. Go take a listen and give us a follow. And thank you, Russell. Appreciate you having me. And Gary, shout out, brother, Gary Foster, for setting this up for me. Really appreciate it.
Basically, make sure you follow Music Dreams USA and Biker Bay Barber and Company. And we're definitely going to be following you. I'll be contacting you, I'm sure.
That's great. That sounds great.
Thank you, Russell.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time and much success in your musical journey. And we'll catch up for part 2, okay? Get ready.
That would be great, Russell. Thanks very much.
Okay. Music Dreams USA Radio, another edition of the Artist Spotlight Show. We are live at Merlin Fest 2026, along with myself and my co-partner here, my co-host, Karen, with Biker Bay Barber and Company. Again, our show is being brought to you by Music Dreams USA Radio. We play everything for everyone. Also, Blue Shamrock record label, and Karen with Biker Bay Barber and Company. When we return, we'll have some more live interviews throughout the day. Stay with us right here. And when you check us out on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like, and you'll be able to check out all the action live from Merle Fest 2026. It's your friend Russell K, along with Karen. We'll return with some more live interviews right here on Music Dreams USA Radio.